Turns out the fuel tank is rusted out, so it's got some pinholes. Well, she still had some fuel in her, and I would have drained that fuel out regardless. So it's a good thing that I am replacing the tank anyway, because I don't know if you could tell, but the whole drain plug bung ripped off of the fuel tank, and there would have been no way to plug this thing back if I was only draining the fuel. So, good thing that worked out.
Starting to sort out all of the bolts and screws. So we took out the back seat. And this all needs to be replaced.
All right, fuel tank is out. Over there. I'm gonna pop the sending unit out now and make sure it's still in good shape. Well, that's the way these things are, right? They're an onion. So, peel back the layers. Sometimes you're gonna find stuff you don't want. So, this fuel gauge definitely wasn't telling us fuel level, missing the float. I heard something banging around in there, so the float's probably inside there. But I mean, given that condition, I'm gonna see what a new sending unit will cost and replace it. All right, so sitting in the trunk, taking a different angled view of everything. It looks pretty good, looks pretty original. There's a bump here, but I'm not sure what that's from. If you guys have any idea what could have caused that, let me know. It's kind of interesting. I don't know if it's just... This car doesn't look like it was in a rear end accident ever, but that's kind of an interesting little bump. So I've got a cheap hammer and dolly set. I'm gonna try and straighten that out. That's about as best spot as any as you're going to find the original color. Right there. Battery's running dead. But that's the original color right there. Got the fuel tank out. And it's all cleaned up. There's still some like gunk across the back here from like leaking fuel, so I'll probably get a degreaser in there and get all that cleaned up, clean up this rust, which is just surface rust, just scaling. Get that cleaned up and then get all that painted. So I've got some fuel, kind of just, it's been so long that it's had a fuel leak back here from rust in the top of the can that it's just kind of into the paint. So I'm gonna try and do a little bit of this degreaser without making it too crazy in here. Oh, this is pretty nasty too. And that may come apart when I hit it with high pressure water. I don't know if it will or not. We'll see. I'll just let that sit for a second and we'll hit it with some water. I've never used this degreaser before, so I don't know if it will work with just a couple of minutes or if it needs to set longer. You can see it's already, not even with high pressure, just losing that kind of fabric cover. So I'll put a better one on there. But if this still feels like it has a lot of build up in the paint, then I'll go back and let it sit longer and actually scrub it. So it's a little bit of a test. The fact that I can't do real high pressure in here either is a whole nother problem. I'm going to start cleaning up all of the front end parts that I'm going to reuse for paint. And then I had a whole box of bolts that that came with the car that I want to take them against the wire brush on the bench grinder and get them all cleaned up, knock all the rust off, and then knock all the debris and, you know, grease or whatever off of it. So when I go put it back together, I can just use them and then paint them as soon as they go in. So I think we'll end it there. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.